Hey, what's up guys, SCTable21 here, back again with another YouTube video, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Halo Infinite flight, the first one that has just recently ended, and I wanted to talk about my thoughts on it and what I got out of it, because it's a really important game to me. I mean, obviously, if you know me in real life, you know that I love Halo so much. It's my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And I'm probably going to be fanboying over this game a lot because it did a lot of things right, honestly. I was expecting there to be at least some sort of like controversy with it, with how it played or something. Because I mean, there's always been some controversy with 343 going on. But honestly, they fucking nailed it. Also, before I begin, none of this footage, like the gameplay footage, is mine. I didn't get invited to the PC flight. I only got invited to the Xbox flight, so I wasn't able to really record any of the gameplay. But one of my buddies, one of my friends, Sticks, was able to provide me with some gameplay, so shout out to him. He was really nice in giving me this gameplay to use for my video, and huge props to that guy for helping me out here, because I was not able to get any. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about right now is the meta. The way they balance the meta is super well done. First of all, you got your weapons. You got the assault rifle, the sidekick, the bulldog, the battle rifle. All these weapons feel amazing to use. None of them are so overpowered that they're like the go-to, but like they all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I love that. Like even the AR can be used quite effectively because you can get up close, try to like sneak up on an enemy, get up close, shoot them, and then give them a quick melee, and that's really fun. It's a really fun way to play the game. And they didn't make it boring. They didn't make it just like a shitty weapon like it felt like in Reach. Reach, like the Reach AR felt like it was ass, not gonna lie. And then there's also like the sidekick. I thought the sidekick would be crap, but honestly, it feels quite well. It feels like quite good. It feels like it has a very high skill gap because of how many times you gotta hit, but you can shoot it so fast that it still has a very similar time to kill to like the Magnum from Halo 5, which I really like that because it kind of forces you to get really good at staying on target and keeping aim. Because if you can keep aim with that thing, you just shred through enemies. Like, I've seen some clips of some guys just fucking demolishing with that pistol, and it looks like they're just having a blast with it. So I feel like that's a very high skill gap weapon, even when a lot of people really may not like it at first. But I think it's going to be a fun one. The battle rifle, honestly, obviously, it's always going to be feeling really good. I think the battle rifle is honestly quite perfect as it is. It's precise. It's reliable. It's efficient, and honestly, it's quite dependable as a weapon. Obviously, you need some skill, but it also feels very, what's the word? It feels very like reliable. Like it's not gonna fuck up. It's like it's all on you. If you're good, you can use it effectively. And I love weapons like that. Weapons that take skill. If you can't use it, you're gonna die. But if you can, you'll be fine to great success. Another thing that I feel like a lot of people are really undervaluing is how they made sprint in this game. They fucking nailed it. So in Halo 5, you used to sprint everywhere because it was very important. So you could do your dash, your slide, your everything, and it was so much faster than walking that it was really like if you were just walking around, then you were just felt extremely slow if you didn't do that. But in Halo Infinite, it works a lot better because it's not nearly as much of an improvement. And honestly, it actually works quite well as an effective tool for escape, while not being a thing you rely on. Because here's the thing, sprinting actually reveals you on the radar. That is such a good mechanic, honestly, because it makes it a tool that you can use at specific times, but not something you can rely on. Because if you're sprinting around everywhere, everyone's gonna see you on the radar. But if you don't sprint and you only sprint when like an emergency, like say you're getting outplayed and you have to retreat, that's a good use for it. But then you're not completely screwing yourself at the same time. And I think that's genius. They really I think that's a super good way to balance sprint. And honestly, sprint doesn't even feel that overbearing in this game. You can just go without sprinting if you want to, and that's fine. You won't be suffering just because you didn't feel like sprinting. That may seem like a small thing, but it's really not a small thing, and I actually quite love it. Something else I absolutely loved was the way they implemented the equipment, the grapple shot, the repulsor. I mean, I didn't see the repulsor that much, but still, the grapple shot, the repulsor, the drop wall, all these things work really well. They're not so, and I love how they're not so overpowered that they'll make or break a match. Armor enhancements, or whatever the fuck they were called in Halo 4. Armor abilities, that's what they're called. Those things were fucking powerful as shit, and you got certain ones, cough cough, Promethean vision. You became really, really strong. You were really, really strong, and some of them were just useless, while other ones were overpowered, like borderline overpowered. Cough cough armor lock, but in here they don't. None of them feel like they're broken. Like the threat grenade's quite useful. The grapple shot's great. They all feel useful in their own specific ways. There's not one good one that will save your ass every time, because they still all take skill to use, and I do love that. I think they really nailed it on the equipment, and there are like a few uses depending on which one you got. And in general, I think they did great on there. Next thing I want to talk about is the Academy. I think the Academy was handled quite well, although obviously we're not seeing a whole lot of the Academy yet. Unfortunately, we're not seeing everything in the Academy. What we do have though is quite fun. We have the fire drills, which are basically you doing a few challenges in a shooting range with specific weapons, trying to get a high score. The only really thing I would love to see is a scoreboard in the Academy, so that we can kind of compare with our friends, see who can get the high score. That'd be a fun little thing to do. It wasn't in the flight. It's like they might be adding it later, but I think that'd be cool. So next and final thing I want to talk about is the customization, because I think that's the thing that a lot of people already don't like about Halo Infinite, and I just want to put it out there. I think it's pretty cool. I think the armor coding system works here. Now let me explain, because I'm gonna get so much fucking flack for this in the comments maybe, but I actually like it. I like how there's specific ways to, like, these coatings, because they allow for much more unique patterns in your armor, and I really like that. It's not just 2 colors now, or 3 colors, depending on which game you're playing. You now have there was that one that was like blue and gold, and then there was also one that was like full black, and then the red, super bright red and blue chest. Like, there were some really cool ones in there, and I like that uniqueness. Also, there's that one that looks like George, and I really, really want that one. So I think armor coatings actually work. The battle pass is interesting, although there is a gripe I have with that, and it's that you don't really get much. You don't really get to progress it unless you complete challenges, and that's really annoying if you've already completed most of your challenges, and the only challenges you have are just complete matches. I feel like you should get XP in your battle pass for just playing the game, but overall, I think the battle pass is handled well. It seems like you can technically buy tiers, but doesn't seem that too overbearing yet. But I guess we'll have to see in the future whether that actually is a big deal or not. How they further implement the battle pass, I can't really say for now, but right now it looks decent. I think this flight was handled very well. Obviously there were some issues at the start with people not being able to get in, but once people did get in, everyone seemed to be having a blast. I'm not really seeing much negativity here, which was really surprising considering, like, the difference in that with, like, beforehand, where everyone was like, oh, I'm concerned about Halo Infinite right now, oh, things are kind of looking bad. But I'm not seeing much in the way of people getting upset about it, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy the community is loving Halo Infinite. I'm loving Halo Infinite, and I cannot wait for the next flight. I cannot wait. It's going to be so exciting. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, because I work really hard on this, and I'm super happy that I got invited to play Halo Infinite. So anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out and have a good day.